Hello viewers and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saving United, where we have a cup final for you. Let's get into it. Yeah, okay, spoiler alert, we are through to the League Cup final. Might not be a shock because we were 4-1 up when you were last here for that semi-final against Newcastle. The last game you were here for, though, was the 3-0 defeat to Aston Villa. Since then, we've been on a pretty good run. Pretty solid run. We beat Newcastle at home. We had goals from JJ Gabriel, Bruno and Enzo securing a 3-1 win at home. We then went to Bournemouth where Sterling got our only goal in a 1-1 draw. We then played against Napoli in the Champions League, and this was a bit of a late one. I mean, it was a great comeback, to be fair. We were 2-0 down, and then Gabriel and then Rashford got a couple. Gabriel actually missed a pen as well after 10 minutes. But Rashford scoring the 88th minute made sure that we got the 3 points away to Napoli. We then played Southampton in the FA Cup. It was a 3-0 win against Southampton. Conor Gallagher, Ethan Wheatley getting his first goal for the club, and Raheem Sterling on the score sheet again. We then played Napoli again. This was a little bit more comfortable, a 1-0 win. We scored in the 19th minute through Onana, and we never really looked back. That was it. Game done and dusted. We then played Leeds at home, beat them 2-0. Conor Gallagher and JJ Gabriel getting himself onto the score sheet. We then had the second leg of the semi-final, and we lost 3-1 on the day at Old Trafford, but we did win the tie overall 5-4. As you can see, we rotated fairly heavily. I was confident. We were 4-1 up. We were 4-1 up. And yeah, they scored a few goals very, very early in the first half to put them 3-0 up. I did start to worry a little bit, but then Conor Gallagher scored. Mainu got himself sent off, and we ended up getting over the line to set up a final tie that you will see as part of this episode. We then played Norwich in the league at home. Marcus Rashford and Bruno getting the goals there. And then we played Liverpool. A bumping win away at Anfield. JJ Gabriel, Conor Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez, who also got himself sent off, but got himself a goal as well. Dominic Szoboszlai getting the only Liverpool goal. And then the last game that we played was Athletic Bilbao in the Champions League. We won 3-0. Chido Obi, Conor Gallagher and JJ Gabriel getting onto the score sheet there. That secured our spot in the knockout games for the Champions League. We topped the group, only losing one game. So depending on when those fixtures get released, the plan for this episode, as it stands, is for us to play Grimsby in the FA Cup quarter-final. We're going to skip past Sporting because that's a nothing game. We're going to play Arsenal, Middlesbrough in the League Cup final, and then Chelsea. That's the plan for this episode. That might change depending on when the European fixtures come in. A little bit of news for you as well. Another little bit of admin to catch you guys up on. Remember all these lads in the last episode? They're going to be coming and joining on a free. Some very, very good players in there. We've added another one. Harry Kane, 34 years old. Harry Kane will be joining Manchester United at the end of his contract this season. No-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. I mean, numbers. Just numbers. 50 and 52, 27, 31 in 29 starts in all competitions. I don't know why they're not renewing his contract, but we are going to be bringing him in, and he is going to be playing up front for Manchester United next season. Okay, first game of the episode, and as I say, it's Grimsby. Grimsby are currently 16th in the Championship. I think this is a very, very good chance for us to get into the semis. However, we are going to rotate for this one. In goal, we are going to go with Lamens. In terms of that back four, we've got options. We're going to go Diego Leon at left back. We're going to go for probably Mazraoui at right back. And then centre backs, Aidan Heaven, Rory McConville. In the midfield, we will take Collier. We will take we'll probably take Fitzgerald. We have got quite a few players that are suspended for this one, so we can kind of pick some of the youngsters and not be disappointing too many people by leaving them out. And then our front three is going to be who is it going to be? It's going to be Endrick, it's going to be Chido Obi, and it's going to be Ethan Wheatley. Ethan Wheatley playing through the middle, Obi on the right, and Endrick on the left. That is my starting lineup for this game. I think it's going to be good enough for us to squeeze past Grimsby, I'll be honest. We'll go Delit on the bench. We'll go Onana on the bench with Enzo. And we'll chuck on JJ Gabriel in case we need a goal. But I am confident that these boys have got more than enough for Grimsby. I'm hoping it's not going to be one of those big, giant killing shocks that you see sometimes, especially in the FA Cup. This is a real good chance for us to get ourselves en route for our second final of the season. We've got the League Cup final coming up later in this episode. And I mean, we're coming up to half time here and haven't really done much of note. We've had more shots on goal. We've limited them to one shot. And that is the only shot that they've had on target. So, I mean, yeah, it's not great, but it is Grimsby. I'm hoping that we can do something before the end of the game, and I don't have to bring on too many players that we want to save for the league. I probably should have showed you the league table. We'll do that before the next game. I am going to bring on some players here. JJ Gabriel is going to come on, and maybe we'll do Enzo as well. Should we put Gabriel on the left and Hendrick on the right? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, a little bit worried that this could go to a replay, which would absolutely scupper my plans for this episode, probably, because we'll probably be playing that pretty soon. It did go to a replay. 0-0 against Grimsby. That wasn't what I expected. JJ Gabriel has been called up to his first ever Ireland squad. And I mean, I'm not being funny. Who can blame them? I don't know why the England manager isn't just giving him caps straight away, because he's got 20 and 26 in the league. He's absolutely smashing it. But he has been called up to Brighton. We got the semi-final draw. We'll have a little look at that. Arsenal is going to be waiting either us or Grimsby. I don't know when this Grimsby game is being rearranged for. Has it already been rearranged? Okay, so we have played the Sporting game, and as you can see, it was an absolute belter. We won 5-0 in the end. Goals from Endrick, Kobe Mainu, 2 for Gabriel, and then 1 for Chido Obi, who got man of the match, to be fair. But Sporting ended up down to 8 men. They had 3 men sent off. Goncalo Inacio got sent off in the 8th minute, and it was all downhill, really, from there. We did rotate. We rotated fairly heavily because, like I say, it is a bit of a nothing game. But we have just had the Champions League draw. And then I don't know what to bring you as part of this episode. I will be completely honest. We have the Champions League draw. We have got PSG. And it's PSG with all the trimmings. All of the good players that you know from PSG, they're all there. So I think we're going to go Arsenal, Grimsby, Middlesbrough, PSG. That's my final decision. I probably should have waited for all of these cup competitions to have their draws before I decided which I was going to record, and then I'll have to work out who I'm going to bring you back for. Yeah, it's going to be chaotic. There's probably going to be more and more games being crammed into these episodes as we go along, but that's just the nature of it, isn't it? Right, I do have to show you this game. We dropped down to 4th because Villa and Chelsea won their game in hand. But we have a chance to close the gap on Arsenal. We need to pick a squad that we think is going to be capable of doing that. Lamens has become our first choice goalkeeper again. As you can see, Vitek, yeah, he hasn't been great. And yeah, I just think Lamens is going to be the best choice. I've put my toys back in the pram. He is going to be the best choice going forward for us. We're going to play Hernandez and Pubil alongside Euro and Delit. We got a lot of suspensions and a lot of injuries in midfield. So this is where things could get a bit... Ugh. We're going to go Onana as our holding midfielder, and we're going to put Collier and Conor Gallagher in as the midfield two. I know, yeah. Raheem Sterling is going to play. Endrick is going to play. Gabriel is going to play, and we're going to put Rashford on the bench for this one. Vitek, Mazraoui, probably got to go Jace Fitzgerald, probably got to go Rashford, and probably got to go Cheeto Obi on the bench. That gives us plenty of options, but we still do have to go and play Arsenal now. We're at home, so that's good. I hope that's a good sign. We get kicked off at home then, and Teo Hernandez has scored early doors, which I don't know is necessarily a good thing at this stage. It's a very, very good Arsenal side, as you did imagine. They have added Denzel Dumfries. They've added Lautaro Martinez. Kuzi Azer's in there as well. Chiesa's signed for him as well. So it's a good squad. No matter what happens, this is a good squad. But yeah, first half seems to be going pretty well for us. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to jinx it. But if we can get through to half time like this, it would be very, very nice. We do get through to half time. We are through to half time. Fitness levels are looking good. Conor Gallagher's struggling in that kind of makeshift midfield. But we've only really got Jace Fitzgerald that can come into that midfield, and I don't want to make that change yet at all, really. It's been a fairly tight game, a fairly cagey game. Oh, Martinez has had a goal disallowed. But Arsenal look like they are stepping it up massively. We need to do something to try and manage this now, I feel. How are we going to manage this game? Maybe Rashford on. Maybe we do go Rashford for Sterling on the left. And then maybe we try and shut this down. I think we're going to try and shut it down a little bit. We're going to go defensive with over half an hour left to play with added time. We're just going to try and run down this clock a little bit now. They've had a man sent off, and it is Denzel Dumfries. He has been sent off. Come on, let's try and shut up shop a little bit here. Endrick's going to come off. We're going to trust him. Jace Fitzgerald. He's in the squad for a reason. I can't put him in the squad and then not trust him. He is going to come into the midfield alongside fellow academy graduate Toby Collier. And Conor Gallagher is going to move out onto the right, and we're going to play a kind of 4-1-4-1 for the rest of this game, unless we need to go and score. But at the moment, we don't. And get in there. JJ Gabriel. I thought it was Gallagher. Gallagher's name popped up. He must have got the assist. Stroke of genius, maybe, moving him onto the right. JJ Gabriel has scored, which puts us 4 points behind Arsenal with, 8 games to play. Okay, quarter-final replay time now. I am going to rotate again. I think that I can't see us not winning. That's what I'm thinking. We are going to go Amas and Austin as our fullbacks. We are going to go Aidan Heaven and Rory McConville. We are going to go with Fitzgerald. But we'll go slightly stronger in midfield, and we'll put McTominay in. He hasn't played a lot recently. With Jack Fletcher. Meaning that up front, we're going to go with Rashford on the left, Cheeto Obi on the right, and Ethan Wheatley through the middle. So probably a little bit stronger than the side that we put out when we played them in the first leg. I'd say it's probably a bit stronger. We'll go Gallagher, we'll go Sterling, and we'll go JJ Gabriel on the bench. We're resting players. We've got big games coming up. I'm hoping that we can turn it on a little bit at Blundell Park and not have a repeat of what happened at Old Trafford. It's yeah, it's not a bright start from Manchester United. I'll say that. We have had 3 shots, one on target, and Grimsby have had none. But I mean, look at the ratings of these boys. It's not looking great. I'm hoping we can just sneak a goal from somewhere. Grimsby looked like they came into it towards the back end of that half. Half time maybe came at a good time for us. There we go. Marcus Rashford from 20 yards out scores our first. I think Grimsby might score here. I really do. I don't feel comfortable with this at all, if I'm honest. And I am an honest man. We'll bring on Mazraoui for Brian Austin just to try and shore things up at the back. Few boys that are struggling performance-wise. Let's bring on JJ Gabriel. Just for the last half hour. Nothing silly. Don't get yourself injured, JJ. Just see if you can nick a second for us, please. Second would be good. Cheers, JJ. He obviously heard me. There we go. That's a bit more like it. A bit more of a routine win. Chelsea also getting past their championship opponents, Leicester, which means that we are playing Arsenal in the semi-final of the FA Cup. When is that game? I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at the state of this. I mean, I'm going to be bringing you every game at this point. Look at this run. PSG, Arsenal, Chelsea, PSG, Man City, PSG. Oh, we are going to have to, at some point, call it the end of the episode. But there's such big games coming, isn't there? Okay, I promised you a cup final. I'm going to give you a cup final. We're just going to see how Arsenal get on against Millwall. We're not going to see it. Oh, God, that's going to be just as nerve-wracking as this cup final. I can sense it. We're going to go strong. We're going to go full strength. We're playing against Middlesbrough, who are in Division 1 or the Championship, but they are second. They are second and, I mean, could go top if they win their game in hand. So we have to treat this with respect. Lamens is going to go in goal. We are going to go Hernandez and we are going to go Mazraoui, Yoro and Delit, Onana, Enzo still suspended, Raheem Sterling's cup tie, Bruno's injured, so we're going to go Gallagher and Mainu. And then the front three for this one, I think we're going to go Rashford, we're going to go Endrick, we're going to go JJ Gabriel. There we go. Vitek is going to be on the bench alongside Aidan Heaven, Scott McTominay. We could put another midfielder on, couldn't we? Toby Collier, why not? And then we'll go Chido Obi on the bench. That is going to be your team to play our first cup final of this save. We get kicked off at Wembley. I mean, it's a pretty decent Middlesbrough side, to be fair. Looking at this, I can see why they're doing well in the Championship. And they take the lead in the League Cup final. Oh, don't do this to me, boys. Don't do this to me. We could be going in at half time needing something special in the second half. We're going to have to score. We do score just before half time. JJ Gabriel, that could have just have saved Man United's blushes here. Because, I mean, looking at the stats, we have been probably the more dominant side, I'd say. And JJ Gabriel has showed up, as he does so many times. So many times. I think I saw a stat saying that was his 50th goal for United. I was just gonna check it. What did he get? Yeah, so in all competitions, I mean, look at this. That is 68 games and 50 goals, and he's only 17. We are going to kick off the second half without making changes. But changes may have to be made pretty sharpishly. I mean, I'm looking at Hendrick, who's just generally not having a good game. So Cheeto Obi is going to come on for him. Um, Condition wise, JJ Gabriel isn't in a great place. Onana's on a yellow card. Maybe we do Toby Collier for Onana. And I mean, we got McTominay to bring off the bench as well. So maybe we do that at some point. I'm wondering if this is going to go extra time. This is purely a fitness sub. Um, it's going to be Kobe Mainu off, Scott McTominay on. I'm wondering if we push it a little bit. Do we push it a little bit and play McTominay in the 10? It's the end of 90 minutes here in the League Cup final. This episode's never going to end, is it? This is a bit nervy. I was very, very confident going into this game. Very confident. I mean, they've matched us blow for blow. They cannot match Cheeto Obi though, who makes it 2-1. Gabriel makes it 3-1. His second of the game. I'm feeling good again now. I'm feeling good again. Let's be sensible. Let's be sensible here. Let's go 4-4-2. 4-4-2 and shut this down. Come on, boys. Get in there. First trophy. First trophy of the save, and it is the League Cup. We worked hard for it. We made it hard work for ourselves, but we have won it 3-1. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. I have to say I am pleased with that. I'm kind of pleased with how this episode's going. I mean, we haven't lost, have we? We haven't lost at all. Hopefully, we can keep that form going because we have got PSG next. I'm thinking we're going to go PSG Arsenal, call it a day, and then I'll bring you back for this kind of terror run that we've got here: Chelsea, Man City, PSG, and then we'll see what happens with the other European games. Final game of this episode, quarter-final, first leg against PSG. We've got a few players that are ineligible for this one: Ethan Wheatley, Raheem Sterling, Casemiro, and Mark Pubil. Cannot play as they're not registered in the European squad. So we're going to have to go with Teo Fernandez and Mazraoui, Yoro Delit, Onana, Enzo's back, which is great. Bruno's back, which is better. And we're going to go Rashford, Hendrick, JJ Gabriel. That is going to be my starting lineup. Do we put another defender on the bench is the question. Do we put someone that can play right back? Probably, just in case. We'll go Gallagher, we'll go McTominay, we'll go Jack Fletcher or Kobe Mainu, actually, instead of Jack Fletcher and Cheeto Obi. There we go. That's my starting lineup. Oh, I didn't look at the fitness, did I? JJ Gabriel is not fit. Oh, no. Gabriel is not fit. Cheeto Obi's going to start. Mazraoui isn't fit. Oh, I can't play him on 89%. Brian Austin, probably going to be up against someone like Doué or Barcola or someone like that. Who is he up against? Yeah. No, that's funky. That is funky. Wow. Wasn't expecting to go 1-0 down that quick. But Terry Moffey has gone and done it. It's a funky formation. They're kind of playing with a midfield box, which is odd. Have we got anything in reply? They've had a man sent off. Marquinhos has been sent off. That's encouraging. What isn't encouraging is the fact that we've only had one shot all game. I know he's not fit, but I need my boy. I need JJ Gabriel on the pitch. Cheeto Obi off. JJ Gabriel on. What have we got here? What have we got? It's a big, big last half an hour here. 1-0 isn't a disaster because we've got the second leg. But 1-0's better. 1-0 is certainly better. And it's Endrick getting us level. I mean, Brian Austin, fair play to him. He's only 17 himself and, you know, developing so nicely and putting in a shift, an absolute shift against PSG at right back, the 17-year-old. Fair play to him. I've thrown him in the deep end, but that's what we do. That's what United do, isn't it? It's what we're here for. Are we going to play McTominay on the left like that, maybe? Or do we do that? Yeah, I think we're going to do that. We're going to move to a diamond. We're going to play Bruno Fernandes in the 10. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be a nervy last 10 here. Just don't concede. Don't concede. We don't want to give them something to defend at Old Trafford. And we'll take it. We'll take a 1-1 draw away to PSG. Well, it's never boring around here, is it? That has been a very, very chaotic episode. My schedule, my plan went completely out the window. But we know the 4 games we're going to be covering next, and it's going to be big. So if you have enjoyed it, please do like, please do subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, take care.